audience, they are so excited because Luke Skywalker is here and Amy's here with me.
Yes, we
miss you, stranger.
Thank you. Missed you too. The original Star Wars star, Mark Hamill, joins us. So we didn't see you until the final moments of The Force Awakens. What was your initial reaction when you found out you were returning just for one scene?
I thought, this is the most elaborate entrance of my career. Everybody talks about me for 2 hours. I'm reading it thinking, and I kept marking down, the sword of Skywalker is too powerful. Skywalker must be stopped. Everybody's talking about me. It was a shock. It was a big surprise, but I think there are much bigger surprises in The Last Jedi. In fact, the most important line I think Luke says is, "This is not going to go the way you think."
Oh, wow.
And when I read the script, I was stunned. These films now are being made by people that were children when the first films came out. They're the generation that grew up and as fans and now are in charge of the franchise. And it's just wonderful to be associated with something that makes people so happy and is escapism.
Yeah.
You know, people want to get away from, we don't want real life. It's too harsh. And that's what I'm in. I'm in the escapism business. And
But you've been at this since 1977. So what made you come back for this new generation of films?
Well, it was kind of intimidating because we never expected that. We thought if they do another trilogy, it wouldn't involve any of our characters. It'd be all new characters. So I thought, well, it's all or nothing. It's got to be Harrison and Carrie and all of us. I said, well, Harrison will never do it. You know, he's so accomplished, and you know, I thought for sure that he would say no. When I read in the paper that Harrison had signed for Harrison Ford, I said to my wife, well, I've been drafted.
Me too.
Yeah. There's no turning it down now.
You mentioned Carrie Fisher. She makes her final appearance in this latest film.
Carrie.
You all were friends for 40 years?
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship with Carrie?
It was intense because we blew hot and cold. We'd hate to admit that we were more like each other than we would have said ourselves. In fact, when we found out that we were twins, we both went, oh, are you kidding me? You're just doing this to top that.
I thought you guys were romantic. It really bothered me when I was watching it the first time. I was like, what, they're brother and sister?
Imagine how I felt.
Yeah.
It was like the worst good news, bad news joke in the universe. The good news is there's a really attractive young woman in the universe. Bad news is she's your sister.
Well, you know,
it was horrible.
And you have a son, Nathan. Now, when Nathan was born, you were just into these movies. But how was it for him, for your kids to grow up with their dad as Luke Skywalker?
Well, he was born in England when we were making Empire Strikes Back, so he's got 2 passports. And oh, there he is. He's the most passionate Star Wars fan in my family. Griffin likes it, but he's like, he likes David Cronenberg films better. And Chelsea is also a fan, and she's also my personal assistant, and so, you know, I keep my family together. But, you know, I heard on a sleepover the boys talking, you know, with their friends, and their friends were saying, it must be so cool to have Luke as your father, and Nathan goes, Luke Skywalker doesn't tell you to clean up your room and do your homework.
That's amazing. And speaking of sons, by the way, and speaking of being a dad, the internet is obsessed with your look-alike, Sebastian Stan. You've even called him your son. He had a message for you that we're going to play right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dad, hey, I know, I think the beard looks good, you know. I was sort of thinking of looking at your picture, but I'm pretty good with it now. Anyway, I just want to let you know I got orange juice and eggs and everything in the fridge, so when you get home tonight, you should be all good. If you want to feed the cat, too.
Wow.
First, you see the resemblance?
Well, at first I said, he's way too handsome to be compared to me, really? But, you know, and then they morphed us together, and I thought, ooh, that is kind of spooky. But he's a wonderful actor. People say, will you support him to be, you know, the young Luke Skywalker when they make those movies? And I thought, he doesn't need me. He's an accomplished enough actor to get it on his own, and I shouldn't put my thumb on the scale because it's not my choice. It's Disney and Lucasfilm, you know, and I don't want to, you know, cut short any other potential Lukes. But
he's definitely a contender.
Oh, yeah, and I'd love to work with him. Heck, I'd play his father any day.
That's
well,
great.
I tell you what, we're glad that you came here to work with us today and talk about the movie. And it is Star Wars The Last Jedi, and it flies into theaters December 15th. Mark Hamill, everybody. Now let's go over